My name's Sam, I'm 19, I live in Sydney, and yeah, I like to take photos. Urbex is urban exploration. It's basically just like going places where you're not supposed to go and taking photos, really. Exploring urban environments. My favourite part was always like when you're going up the staircase and you see the top door, that's the roof access door, and you can see the light shining through underneath it. Jimmy the lock open, you can use like coat hangers and screwdrivers and stuff like that and kind of get behind them. And yeah, when you open that door finally and you're outside and you know, towering above the entire city, it's an incredible view. The first time I went underground into the tunnels, that was really special. It's dead quiet, and it's just on either side of you, you have these trains like running past you, and you're underground. There's this thing called St. James Lake in the city, so between Circular Quay and St. James Station, and there's actually 2 tunnels on the inside of that, which never got built. So there's a huge lake underneath the city. Some of the spots that we really wanted to get to, we didn't want to fuck up, or like we didn't want to get caught. We know that they're a little bit more red hot. Those ones take a bit more planning. You know, you got to think about who's going to do what. You got to think about how long it's going to take and how long you're going to be and where everyone's going to be at all times. We would have somebody outside subbing and making sure there's no cops or secchies like looking for us. People who were better at doing things, people who were better at getting past the locks would probably do that. But we all moved around together. We definitely know where all the cameras are, and there's blind spots and stuff you can go to, so you can just kind of sneak around them. If you spot a secchi, or if you spot some cops, if you hear some sirens or something kind of wigs you out, you don't like to hang around there for too long. Like if you've been there for about 10 minutes, you would just start to think, oh shit, it's probably time to jet. The criminality of it and the fact that it isn't legal is definitely a big factor. Like it's exciting, it's really fun being in those places, and you get a thrill from it. You can't be there for very long, and you got to know where you're going and what you're doing. You got to trust the people you're with. You got to kind of work quickly and effectively. Times I've been chased out of buildings by security guards, or like chased off the tracks or something like that. A lot of the time it's just security guards. You can talk your way out of it if you've hidden your SD card. I've had SD cards in my mouth and your sock, but down your pants. One time I was up on this building, and I had a whole bunch of mates from Melbourne, and I said we only ever take 2 or 3 people on a roof, but like there was 4 of them and 3 of us, and we all wanted to go up. So we did it in 2 groups, and we were up on the roof, and we were up there for too long as well. We were up there for about 15 minutes, and they were just doing some silly shit, like hanging their legs off the roof and stuff. And somebody in a building across from us, there was an electrician, and he was working up on the roof, and he saw us. So he called the security of the building we were on, and by the time they got up, we were just leaving. So we just packed up our cameras. So I was in the first group. It was me and 2 guys from Melbourne, and we started going down the stairs. And I was walking down, and then my friend was walking down behind me, and then my 3rd friend was walking down, and we just hear this door open, and the security was like, "Stop!" And he grabs him by his vest. Like this, we're about 50 or 60 stories up, and like every 10 stories, like a secchi would open the door. There was like 4 of them looking for us, and I just jetted all the way down the stairs, and we got down to the bottom, opened the door, ran through the lobby, and then just sprinted out. The thrill of it being illegal wasn't the reason I did it, but that makes it a lot more fun, you know. Because if anyone can go to these places, it's really not as special. It kind of taps into something in human nature, you know. They want to explore and break the rules and push the boundaries and go to cool places. And I think for that reason, it'll just continue until there's nowhere left to explore.